Happy Tuesday.
As April gets called into the principal's office once again.
But see, that's not out of the norm, except the only difference is it's Tuesday night and it's not Tuesday morning that I'm calling you to holler about something or other.
There is that. But there's always, that now that I'm an adult and they're all like, hey, we're doing coffee with the principal. I'm like, I don't think I want to be here for that.
Yeah.
I don't belong in here.
I was only allowed in here as a kid because I got in shit all the time. Fuck. I don't even know what I'm here for.
Usually it was because I needed a Band-Aid. My dumb ass kept falling all over the place.
Oh my God. Oh man. Well, anyway, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Facebook user says, ooh, pretty. We're hanging out tonight. April's doing some stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about the Where They Dwell, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Halloween issues. Because the Halloween issues will go live this Friday. We're very, very excited. Like, ridiculously excited. We're also going to talk a little bit about the piece that April's doing now. And we've got a show this weekend that Ethereal will be at. Bladen and Renee will be at SpawnCon this weekend coming up. So that's pretty exciting because, we had taken the year off from shows. But we're jumping back into the swing of things pretty heavily. So
More or less,
for sure. Doing all the stuff, all the things, going all the places. So tell us, what are you working on right now, April?
So I owe Bladen Hunter a favor or two.
Or two. There's a couple. I think we all owe each other a pretty round robin worth of favors, to be honest with you.
Honestly, you made it sound way dirtier than it needed to be.
That's not what I was trying to do, but whatever. I'm okay with it.
You're welcome, Facebook users.
Right?
So he sent this really cool concept, and I was like, yeah, I should probably color that for you since, I owe you one or two. And he's like, well, that'd be great. I'm like, yeah, sweet. So I can color it digitally, or I can give it that painterly quality that we have, like, let's say, featured on Where They Dwell. And he's like, ooh, that sounds nice. I'm like, doesn't it sound so nice? So anyway, I've taken and printed off his concept, and since we're 500 miles away from each other, overnighting it is just ridiculous. So I did a rub copy onto a regular Strathmore piece of paper, and I opened up the line art so that I can hand color it and then do my digital edits thereafter to give it that painterly quality. By doing that, you get more of the colored pencil strokes, you get more of the natural blending of like different colors, like just the way that they interact. I know there's paintbrushes and stuff through Photoshop that gives it that, but one, I don't really know how to do it. Two, I don't have the time to figure it out. And three, I like this anyway. So what happens is there will be a colored copy available for purchase, when I'm good and ready. So everybody's a winner.
You get a copy and you get a copy.
No. Only you. No soup for you.
Oh,
yes, right. Principal's office. So anyway, yeah, so that's what we're up to. He had this idea for Agency, and you guys know that she's my girl. I'll treat her nice. I treat her right.
I like that Bad Bunny.
Oh, man. She's only as good as she wants to be. I don't know. She's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So, this, I believe he's looking at having copies of it available at the show this upcoming weekend at SpawnCon. If you happen to be in the Denver, Colorado area, Yep. I can't remember. Yeah.
Yep. It is the first SpawnCon. It's going to be amazing. There are so many people there. Like,
We've got a couple
many
of
people.
people. Renee Roth will be there.
Mhm.
Bladen Hunter will be
Yep.
there. Dan Kemp will
Dan
be
Kemp,
there.
Dave Kemp.
Dave Kemp. Oh, nice. They got all the Kemps.
They got all the Kemps.
All the Kemps.
Oh boy.
So yeah, and who knows? There might even be a couple other folk that show up depending on how all that's going. I haven't looked at their lineup to see, what other ethereal artists might be showing.
There
But
are a bunch of folks that are going to be there. So we'll
so
see how
cool.
many, show up or don't show up. But
Man, if I wasn't elbows deep in Kinktober, I would have been like, sign me up.
yeah.
Get in
Well,
there,
there's
coach.
like, holy crap, there's at least 4 ethereal team members that are going to be there. So that should be a lot of fun for folks.
Mhm.
I know this will be available as a print in that amazing format that you created. So
Aw, sweet.
So it'll be really, really pretty looking. It's going to be pretty anyway, but the format looks gorgeous that April's made for all the prints, the ethereal prints. So they all look so good. So we've also got some other super fun news. We've got the Halloween miniseries goes live on Friday.
Yeah, I saw that you no longer are teasing that cover. I'm all like, well, I guess we're just off with the gloves now.
That's it. That shit goes live Friday, showing everybody the goods.
I gotta stop dropping my pen.
Stop dropping the pen.
I'm gonna have to.
So anyway, there's a ton of really beautiful covers that are involved in this series that we're doing. Plus, it's the first like mini series we've ever done. We've never done anything like a 3-book, 4-book mini before. So and one of the coolest parts about it is it's going to include almost every single character from the brand. That's a lot of characters. Like it's a shit ton of characters.
Oh, hey, you can just turn in that one book and save yourself, from having to like register everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's a cool idea. I hadn't thought about
that. We just drop that down on a Post-it note.
Yeah. Let me just write that down.
Right next to your bowl of Captain Crunch and your.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So anyway, it's with all the characters involved, we're doing some cool stuff. We're going to we've got a different artist doing each issue of the 3 issues. So you get to see like people's different imaginings of the characters. Shawty's here.
Oh yeah. But we will have the same colorist for continuity.
Yes, to keep the continuity, we will have the same colorist. And I'm very, very excited to have the amount of different folks working on this book that we do. The covers came out absolutely stunning. I mean, they're silly. They're so good. We were just talking about Steph Wilson earlier. I know Steph's got a super fun cover with Carrie Ann. And of course we've got Devin and Mitch are on their covers. Devin's cover is actually on book 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Crossover. But this is Mitch's, and I thought it was so fun because a lot of people are like, oh, or how hard are her boobs? And you're like, well, that's a metal girl. You know what I mean? It's super fun.
Can't you see the shiny patches on there? It's like
I absolutely loved the concept. It's just so much fun. And then we've got Renee's cover. We've shown a couple times. Absolutely love this one. It's
super fun.
It really, really is. And then we've got.
She looks very squeezable.
Yes, so squeezable. Whereas she looks so spankable in this one.
Yes, this one's spankable. The other one is squishy.
Yes, all the squish. But no, we're having a lot of fun with it. We really are. This is going to be. It's a very large undertaking because we started working on these books all at the same time. So like it's as soon as the first campaign ends, we'll start the second campaign for the second issue. And then as soon as that ends, we'll run into the third campaign for the third issue. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Like
Yes.
absolutely ton of fun. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Oh, Mike, it's going to be super cool. I'm very, very excited to see, what everybody pulls together on this one. And then we've also, another really cool thing right now is we're closing in on those additional pages for Where They Dwell. Very pumped about that because Where They Dwell has been a project that I've been putting together on my side of the house for quite some time.
Are the additional pages just going to be all the naughty stuff that I've drawn of the two of them over the course of
That's what it
Inktober?
probably ought to be.
It should be, yeah.
It really should be. That and the plate that the dog took out of the trash can. Right now.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
That too. A lot. But no, we got a lot. There's a lot going on with this book.
So extra pages will be naughty bits and mystery plates.
Yes, the extra pages are
One
actually
lucky
gonna
winner.
Be, something that we've had a lot of fun adding first appearances in our extra pages.
Mhm.
Like that's been something that we've had was brought me a lot of joy to be able to show you guys new characters and new stories in the same worlds as books that we're working on. I have not got into the advanced analytics yet. It's funny that you mentioned that because right now we only went like a month and a half without a campaign. And when I came back to it, like it all seemed different. Like the entire UI, all the stuff was crazy.
They made some changes while you were gone.
Yeah, like it was
Quick, he's
bananas.
not paying attention. Let's.
Yeah,
They did
like
not consult us.
yeah, so much change.
Dude.
And I was like really glad we have a team member that handles the Kickstarters because
Yeah.
this shit is batshit.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely need to check it out. I'm gonna hop on there probably this evening or tomorrow. Normally what we do as a
We
team
didn't
about
consult. You're gonna have to sick HR on them.
yes. Normally about halfway through the campaign, we sit down as a team and we talk about the numbers and what books are moving, what people are, picking up, what they think. So we'll probably be hopping on that within the next day or so. But we're really, really happy with the campaign right now. I think it's at like a little over 10,500. So
I
we're
pulled it up and I was like,
we're closing in on that
"That's awesome."
additional pages. So very happy, very, very, very happy and grateful
That is
that
awesome.
we're it's moving like it is. And then we just shipped out a shit ton of If It Hops the other night, like another shit ton of If It Hops.
Mine's
There's
supposed
only
to be here Thursday.
there you go. There's only like 10 more orders that need to go out for If It Hops 2. We've already started shipping out Underland. I'm waiting on implants for If It Hops 2 right now. That's
Okay.
implants and Marissa Pope covers is what I'm waiting on.
Oh, the replacements, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people don't realize this, but I don't care how great your printer is or what goes on, you're always going to have to do reprints, and it's not an actual reprint. It's just printing damaged books again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when a lot of people think reprints, they're like, oh my gosh, it's second printing. It's really not a second printing.
No.
It's just there's damaged books. I owned a comic shop for a couple of years, and the stuff that Diamond would send was fucking terrible. Like it'd come in like a box, right? A box, and there'd be no bubble wrap, no nothing. The shit would just be in a box, and it was absolutely crazy. So me now, fast forward, X amount of years, fast forward a couple years, I am very, very serious about how we ship product. Like it has to be a certain way or it doesn't go out. It has to be a certain, quality or it doesn't leave my house, so, and now that we're shipping freight so frequently, I take it very seriously if something comes in damaged. I immediately am on the phone. Hey, we need to replace this. Let's get new books coming in. So that's about how
probably
it
what
works.
we should call it. It's not a reprint because that's not a second issue. It's a replacement.
Replacement issues, absolutely. Both start with so and then go to a P. So I have to be real careful about
Damages happen. It's
Yeah. So then we've
Just
got
said P.
Maybe.
They said pay. So now we've got, like I said, Underland's going out. The Christmas books should start arriving here by the 3rd to 4th week of November. By that time, all of Underland will be out, and the Christmas books will immediately start going out to everybody. How funny, I hate that it took so long to from getting a new printer to being able to get all the books rolling and scheduled. I'm grateful how fast they did it. Super grateful.
Mhm.
But how funny is it that the Halloween books arrived at Halloween and the Christmas books will arrive at Christmas? I try to think of things as glass half full type of guy. I really am. I'm that person. So I'm like, well, that's super funny. Not in a bad way or conceited way. I think it's interesting. One really cool thing, like right now, is we sell to a tattoo shop in London, and they buy all our books, and love those guys. And it's just funny to me how they reached out and they were like, when are you guys coming over to get tattooed? And I'm covered in tattoos. If
I
you
was going to say, do you have any space left?
So I am super gung ho about the idea of going over to do a book signing, in the UK and
Get a little across the pond date.
Get some tattoos going. We're about to April and I are about to jump across some water here shortly. We're going to be in Hawaii in February. So,
for Amazing Con.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
So you changed gears before I could say bangers and mash.
Oh my gosh. Jesus. So
you can always say it, April. It just has a different meaning when you say it.
Yeah.
Well, it is gray sweatpants season. So
speaking of gray sweatpants,
you saw
if you have a Walmart, listen, hold on. If you have a Walmart near you, because we have one on the mountain. If you go to Walmart and like right now, I don't know what the deal. It might just be here, but they're selling the best sweatpants I've ever seen for like $10 like a pair. It's bananas. Like, and they're all like cool ass sweatpants, like Hellfire Club sweatpants, or and I'm one of those people. I take my kids to school every morning, so it's freezing here. Like freezing. So if you're like
this is why you have the seat warmers.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? They don't help me going from the front of my house to my car.
No, they do take a while to warm up a little bit.
They do.
I don't know. Now I'm curious to see you hot potato it all the way out there.
They take a minute.
He's just.
No, it's cold as balls. So
it's not
I have to have the seat warmer to ready when I get there. Like, it's really funny. They're like, you have that automatic car turn on thing. And I'm like, looking at the remote going, there's only 3 fucking buttons on here. And you have to push like a different like command sequence of the 3 buttons to cut the car on.
It's like an Xbox controller. You have to do in a certain order in order to get it to do.
I just told Mike DeBolfo this the other night. I cannot play Mortal Kombat anymore. Like, I used to fucking wreck people on Mortal Kombat. And, like, I played it all my life. And now it's like I'm too old and senile to remember button commands like I used to remember. And it's so, like, trying to figure them out on the fucking key fob is, like, not even a thing. I'm like, whatever. And all of us will be cold till we get in there. After a few minutes, we'll warm up. But, no, it's just not a thing.
I usually end up doing something wrong, and then like the alarm goes off, and then I get embarrassed, and I'm like, I'm just gonna.
Oh no! Let's talk about the alarm and embarrassment. Okay, let's. So this fucking thing, love it to death, right? But this fucking thing, like, if I get out of the car and I don't lock it immediately, like if I don't lock it immediately, and even if there's no one in it, it will honk 3 times, and then honk 3 more times.
It's possessed.
Because it thinks that children are in the car.
Because it thinks that it's Samuel L. Jackson in the form of a At Nissan.
Not so much. It scared the shit out of me the first time it did it. Like I was at the gas station and I walked in front of the car and it honked at me. I about shit. It wasn't great. Like it wasn't great. Like fuck you, car. Jesus.
You're like, I'll just grab the extra pair of sweatpants.
Yeah. Grab the other pair. Fuck.
Walmart had a great deal, so I just have extras in the car.
That's what it did to me. Karma, man. Fuck.
And there's a Taco Bell straight across the drive.
I don't know about that one, but fucking beeping at me and shit. And I'm like, and then but see, the thing is, what it is if you have a car seat in the car, it weighs almost what a small child would weigh.
And so the sensors.
So the sensor assumes there's still a child in the car. Apparently, there's a way to cut it off. Again, I don't have the patience to figure it out. So it honks at me every time I get out of my car and close the door. But yeah.
Like I know.
Have you started naming it? Like how?
I don't do that.
Or whatever.
You don't
name my cars. Maybe I'm weird like that, but I don't name my fucking cars.
Everybody at my job, everybody I know, we name our cars.
Yeah, no, I've never done that.
Because, well, you traded in for a new lease every year.
That's right.
So
sorry, slutty Sherry, you gotta go.
Ow. Oh, see, now
the husband's in the background, even though he's the one that's kind of started it and everything else. That's just weird. I'm like, you hush back there.
Yeah, I don't name the car. That's fucking strange. Yeah, no. Can you imagine what I would name my car? No.
I don't know. Slutty Sherry was the first thing that came to mind. So.
That was the exact first thing that came to mind. Because there's enough people that jump in and out of her every day to make her, whatever.
It's a wham bam.
So
thank you, ma'am.
this car is a good thing.
Yes, don't ask me to name the car. So, and anyway, back to real talk time.
What?
Who does that?
It's just a tangent show. It's just
here is April's beautiful cover for Where They Dwell. I'm in love with the cover. I think it's
drool-worthy.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, you were influenced a tad on this one, weren't you?
Yeah, I was all like, Dustin, it's okay if you tell me no. He's like, oh no, we're keeping it. I'm like, damn it.
That one's good as fuck. Give me that one.
Yo, that was 10 seconds from that pose.
Oh my gosh. Goodness. So then, we had some really, really, really fun ones. The Vic Moya one was super fun.
Yep.
I like it a lot. I think the colors are great. It's funny because
it's odd. I mean, it's not one of my normal covers, but something about it is just, I'm like, it just
sticks,
really
right?
Cool.
It's a weird, so I'll tell you a funny thing about that book. When I wrote the issue, and Shawnee reads most of my books before they even get to anywhere, to the next stage. She's a pilot reader for me, and I really appreciate it.
I get some of it, yeah.
But so apparently I had wrote the word flies, like flies out, FLIES. And it was taken as the word like flies, like actual flies.
Oh.
So, and it's really interesting.
The cover.
Yes. It's very, very interesting because it just goes to show how different people perceive different written text, and I thought it was really interesting that he had done these flies. I was like, what's up with the flies? I didn't understand it when I first saw the cover, and I was like, wow, that's intense. It's an intense image.
A cool interpretation, and I'm glad you ran with it because I think that it turned out.
Yeah.
So obviously you didn't read my character description because I'm the one who misinterpreted that.
Oh, I know. I wasn't going to call you out, but I know very well.
I graduated from the Zoolander, school for kids that
definitely wasn't going to call you out live.
I'm I draw pretty. I don't read so much.
Okay, it's a Bob Ross moment. It's a happy little accident. So
that's right.
It was.
Oh my gosh.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to
Well,
it.
it's funny because some of our artists, and I'll say a good portion of our artists, English isn't their first language. So when the English reader misinterprets it and sends it to them, it becomes this like, I'm not trying to embarrass the shit out of anybody or anything. So,
April, honey,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on?
Well, both Vic and I both speak pretty decent English. You don't read for shit, but
so, and I tend not to call out members of management. I let them
At least
do
not in
their
public.
own
let
thing.
ourselves throw ourselves under the bus. I got
That's
you.
it.
I got
Now
you.
they don't share that kindness with me, I promise. So
Well, you're welcome. Like you're just like, oh, I got this story. I'm like, oh, that went way further than where I was gonna go.
oh no.
What?
Well, I appreciate you for behaving tonight and so far. Thank you.
We're so early in the day. Like,
Oh my
you're
gosh.
welcome.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, if you guys haven't seen again, if you're just joining us, you haven't seen some of these covers for the Halloween book, they're absolutely gorgeous. Like, just, oh my gosh, man. And these are, some of these are new members,
I love that one.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Mhm.
So much fun. It's cool. He's doing a right now. So I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story about how's it going, Facebook user? So funny story about Vince. Vince is an incredible artist out of Canada, right? Really, really nice guy. I'm gonna tell you guys something very interesting. There are tons of people that to this day are like, I can't do certain kinds of art because it'll stop me from. Now April knows exactly where I'm going with this because it's a silly thing, and people they take it very seriously. There are plenty of people that'll go, I can't draw boobs on a cover because it'll tear up my reputation with Marvel Comics. Okay. I want you to know that Vince is doing a beautiful run of Marvel cards right now. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. And he does amazing covers on the side all the time. You got to not be afraid to do what's best for you and what's best for your career path. I'm not saying work for any Joe Blow, but I'm also not saying if you need the money, don't not take the job. You know what I mean? If you need it, you need the money. And we all need money. So, I mean, if you need the work, take the work. Because it's like, man, like look at Bud Root, right? I love Bud to pieces. Look at Bud Root. Bud has been doing Cave Woman for so long, and look, I mean, he made a career out of that amazing book, right? Just an amazing book. Same thing with a bunch of other folks. There's a bunch of really badass. Yeah, well, you have to respect your own boundaries and your own moral beliefs. That's the boundary that I'm talking about. If you have a spiritual or moral belief, stick within that belief system.
You have to be true to yourself.
Yep. Absolutely. We have plenty of folks that won't, that don't want to draw nudity. Do you think we don't hire them? No, it's not that we don't hire them. We put them on plenty of books. I love Adam Fields to pieces. He and I have been working together for 3 fucking years. It's one of those things where he's like, but if you would, don't ask me to do this. Sure. I know how you feel. I won't do that. You know what I mean? But don't not take work because you're worried or nervous. Take it because if you don't want to take it, don't take it because of you. Don't take it because of some future concept that may possibly come around the corner or may not. That's all I'm saying. And
I think it's also important. Communication is key because, again, don't be afraid to not take the job. But
absolutely.
And also don't be afraid to talk to whoever is doing it to say, this is my line.
Hey,
look,
I need more work, right? I need more work, but I can't do this.
Right.
Cool, man.
Yep.
We can work with you. You know what I mean? There's plenty of ways to integrate a person into your team or your business without alienating them. Yep. You know what I mean? And I think that's very relevant nowadays. because
And again, an honest one, because there are, unlike you, not everybody can do that, which is fine. So again,
Right.
that communication is important. So you ask and everything else, and they say,
Absolutely.
no, that's going to be kind of hard because this is kind of what we do. Then
Right.
there you go. Then again, it's still not alienating. Everybody's clear.
Yep.
So sorry, I
Oh,
interrupted.
you covered the bottom bit there. I didn't think you were going to do that.
Oh, it's going to be see-through. It's sheer.
Oh, right on.
All right.
I can't. Hey, look, you're the color master. I was just saying I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. It's so when I look at for fuck's sake.
It doesn't want to
Those of you
expand.
that
When I
just
look
joined
when
us,
I
this
look
is
at
a
the
print.
sheer pantyhose, there
Mhm.
is a sizable amount of maroon and or burgundy that comes through.
Right.
And then from there I can add shades of dark brown, black grape, black cherry, and black in order to give it that sheer quality. And
Right on.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I love it. She's talking color theory. It's amazing. It's just, whew, I got chills.
Love it. You know
But
that RGB
also-
scale all day. Let's go.
but also whenever I go through and do it too, my blacks will not be absolute black. I mean,
sure.
I'll add extra color in the background. That's just helps. There's something really intimidating about a blank page.
For
And
sure.
the moment that you get any color down anywhere on it, all of a sudden now you have a starting point. And this is what I'm doing is I'm blocking in my flats so that I have a starting point.
So if you will, for those that are just joining, and I love talking color theory with you, just like I love talking line work with Joe Bladen. Yeah, what's going on, Jake? The Easter Bunny smut is going just fine, my brother. Just fine. So if you could explain to people what flats are while we're on this topic, since you've mentioned.
I'm
not trying to put you on the spot, but I like people being able to learn something new when they come to watch the show.
I've got my Kinktober stack that I've been working on, and like an assembly line, we've got you have a starting point where you've got like all your your black and whites, your line art like you would any coloring book, but then you have flats where you just block in the color where it's needing to be.
Right on.
And then from there you can start doing your rendering process.
Hold on, Jimmy. It's basically turning it into a paint by numbers for you. You're giving yourself an outline of color work.
Right.
Right on.
Because if I sat down and tried to do full color all at once, I wind up like not getting anything done. So I fill it in as I go. If I block in the color, then I can add like 2 or 3 other layers of shadow or 2 or 3 layers of highlight, and then get back to it. It's not just me that gets busy in October. Both of my kids have stuff going on.
For sure. I can imagine it's mad intimidating, right?
Yeah.
That white, just that blank canvas with this beautiful line work. I can imagine it's intimidating to go, oh my gosh, where am I going to start a color?
So, I mean, it's really, 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 really fun. But I don't always have time to sit down and do full colors on all of them at the same time I start them. So what I do for Kinktober, and for instance, is I'll go through and get the layout approved, and then I'll get it inked, and I can usually get that done in the first day.
Yeah.
And then I go back with color. Usually like once November starts, when I no longer have to add to the pile, then all of a sudden I've got time to do like real color.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody orders from me, the whole ass situation. You don't want to pay a bunch of money on a piece of art that you can literally see the the marker was squeaking,
Oh man, for sure.
the limited color palette, and they literally just spent 30 minutes on it for like $100.
Right.
Unless that's at a convention where they're doing it live on the spot and you're paying for the luxury of it.
For sure.
I really
Different
want you to love the pieces that you get from me.
Well, I think that's important, right?
Yeah.
That's a very, so like she mentioned the whole ass thing. That's very important to us because we don't half-ass anything. With our, doesn't matter what it is. If it's lines, if it's words, if it's colors, we give it everything we fucking got. You know, there's no cut corners, there's no shenanigans. I mean, I hate to put Shawnee on the spot, but Shawnee knows a lot about the ins and outs and the inner workings of our brand. And, you know, when she gets something, she knows it's going to be of quality. You know, she never has to worry about it being something that, oh man, what did we call it? We don't, what was the whole thing you guys were teasing me about a couple months back? The mission statement. What was it again, April? Remind me.
I don't know. Didn't you write it on the Post-it note?
Man, see, I was asking you to remind me because, like, you were supposed to fucking know, but whatever. We don't accept mediocrity.
There you go.
In any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
So if you're going to spend your hard-earned money with us, we want you to get exactly what you wanted, if not better than what you wanted. You know,
that's one of the fun things about this campaign, for me anyway, not Where They Dwell, but Kinktober in general, is that this is an exercise in my ability to get creative with character development and with anatomy studies. And I want people to love what they get. I may not nail it the first time, and it's okay to say, "Ooh, that's not exactly what I wanted." No problem. I open that up to community sale, and almost every piece gets like bought up at some point.
Yep.
So
Somebody will snag it.
Yep. Once it goes up for public sale, there's no takey backsies. Like once it gets released, it goes, you know, out to a new home. Right. I do up another layout, and you know, I've never had somebody have buyer's remorse, or at least not tell me, because I am very upfront. Like this is a learning process for me. More than anything, I spent more than a decade drawing nothing but girls, and I was looking for an excuse to draw dudes. And the only way you can really get that to go is if you can draw them badass, like Wolverine getting messed up in a battle, which I'm not there yet. or
you can draw a big red dino. Yeah.
You know what? I'm so disappointed in you. I'm so disappointed in you. I cannot believe that you went with a genetic hybrid and gave him a human phallus. I'm just shame, sir, shame.
It's not like I've seen very many of them. You know what I mean? So
that's what Google's for.
No, ma'am. Google's not for that.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm not even sure I'm brave enough to Google that.
No.
I don't know.
Whatever. That's why no one's allowed to look at your browser history.
I thought I broke the internet that one time.
You probably did. We're just keeping it quiet.
Oh my god, my phone's not working.
She totally did think she did. She really thought she broke the fucking internet.
I spent 4 or 5 hours thinking that I broke it until finally I was like, Gus, I'm real sorry. I don't know what happened. He's like, well, you know, Instagram and Facebook aren't working. What else isn't working? I'm like, no, I did not know that was not working. Oh my god, I was ready to do a factory reset on my poor phone.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you do? Nothing. But it was October.
Oh, man. Well, we all know what she was looking at. She was looking at
well, it wasn't
brown chicken,
photos
brown
for Dino Penis.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so
did we clarify what flats are and we get all that out just to make sure?
Yeah, we got the
flat color. Flat color. That's all that is. And then render later.
We got the flats.
I just wanted to be sure.
We learned something before we were learned that people were disappointed that I didn't do monster phallus for one of our characters.
Now I feel like you owe it to your audience.
I don't owe it to anybody. No, Nerdeer. Nerf, real sorry. You were the only one in the conversation of the three of us that said monster penis. What?
You're the only person that's making it weird. You go the full, Monty. You had to
I
at least
do.
the lizard campaign or whatever. And I just I think you owe it to your fans to release the Corvos.
I am actually going to disagree with you, April, because most of us, if we went through the form, we wouldn't know what the hell a monster penis looks like.
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
I just okay.
So,
Shawnee,
I know what a regular human phallus looks like. So
That's
I'm
right.
like, okay, I can recognize that.
That's right.
So there.
Yeah. See,
Damn.
you're not gonna get me to do a big old monster red thing. Craziness.
Well,
So-
I don't know. I'm it's not like we're building out a 3D cover. Oh, we could
Oh, you know what's
particularize
funny?
it.
I'm going to tell you something silly. We had a fan reach out, a Fran. I don't know they were Fran. They scared me a little bit. But they reached out.
No one scares you like family.
Man, look. Dude, they reached out and they were like, hey, we should do a giant red 3D like printed unit.
They could just
And-
order that from Adam and Eve.
That's what I said.
Is it?
In nicer terms,
In a
And
nice
look,
email.
look here. It was funny because they were like, well, you guys do boobs for pillows. Where I never expected anyone to be like, hey, Dustin, are you guys going to make these? Probably not, but
Probably
I
not.
appreciate your input.
I have to laugh. I'm wondering, does Mike not like watch the show very often? Because he's like unexpected, conversations. I'm like, this is not unexpected at all.
Yeah,
this
no,
is
I don't know
normal
that
for
Mike
this
ever
show.
watched the show. But we're
I'm
glad
ready
to
for
have
him to resend his thanks for behaving memo that he just.
I always behave.
No, for me.
Oh, yeah, no, you're gonna get in trouble anyway. I'm sure it's coming.
The
Um,
jar's filling up, April.
That jar's filling up already. Fuck. But, so like I said, we're having a lot of fun with the Halloween stuff. We are having a ton of fun with it. The covers are gorgeous. I mean, the artwork inside is great. It's just so much fun. Bladen actually is doing the interiors for the first issue. And then Brian is doing the interiors for the second issue. And Brian Oscar, guys, he actually does all the interiors for Cretaceous Biohazard. Really, really nice guy. I'm gonna tell you what, I really think his artwork looks like Mignola. Like I am, it's funny because Mike's style is Mike's style, and yeah, I've never seen anyone that could pop off a Mignola piece. Like, you see people, and I love, Campbell. I love Campbell's artwork. But there's a million people out there that want to be J. Scott Campbell, right? There's a million people. And so, you'll see people, imitate that style, just like Turner. You got people that want to imitate Turner's style. I've never seen anyone, take to Mignola's style like Brian has. And it's really, really good. So he's doing the second book, and then Donnie is doing the third issue. So like I said, you guys are going to get to see 3 different artist takes, starting with Bladen Hunter, the ethereal art director, and then moving on into newer team members that we have to get to see these different characters. You'll get to see C drawn by 3 different people.
You'll get so exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing the differences.
Right. It's very, very interesting because everybody has their own style, I'll tell you something you may not have noticed. And I'll tell you because April's live with us right now.
Oh,
every time
get
you
the timeout booth.
Every time you see April draw C, she gives her this blown out hair. Every time.
Because she's pretty.
She's the only person that draws C with the blown out hair. And it's really interesting to me because everybody else will draw C exactly how Bladen draws C, because that's, the art director. He's the guy that drew her first. That's who we're modeling the character after. And which I appreciate, mind you, I appreciate that.
All right.
But it's interesting when you see people come out of they start getting comfortable with a character. After you've drawn a character X amount of times, it's like riding a bike. You know the character's angle. You know the character's, she's awful. She's awful. Like,
Everybody's had a turn.
oh my God. Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible. I love how Shawnee's like, you know how the group rolls. It's not the group. It's goddamn project manager. Fucking HR is dirtier than everybody else in the company.
Well, if you think that's offensive, here, no.
Anyway, so it's very cool to see different people's takes on these individual characters. And I think you'll get to see a lot of really cool different versions of characters that you've seen the past couple of years. Man, now you done messed me up.
Oh.
Oh, I know, Mike. Absolutely.
Well,
I know.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
They're all
Mike took
fucking
it in the
rotten.
spirit for which I.
They're all fucking rotten. Don't let any of them like lull you into a false sense of security, dude. They're all
I don't
rotten.
know.
I'm
Talk about-
relatable.
Hey, you know what? You get on their computer and you can find Pornhub too, just like mine. We're all relatable. It's terrible.
Okay.
So anyway,
Dude, okay. Also relatable. Mouse
Oh,
was
gosh.
trying to school me on speeding. She's like, Mom, you're going 40 in a 35. I'm like, baby, I'm going 38. And let's face it, this car is got a 3 mile plus or minus on this. So really, I'm going 35. I am actually going with the flow of traffic.
that is,
And
all
that's
right,
where we
Mike.
are with this. We're coasting through on other people's coattails, and we're just like, we're going with the flow of traffic.
That's right. That's right. It's funny. That's not relatable because my kids are like, "Hey, Dad, you're going too slow, even if I'm doing 5 over." So my kids don't want to sit in the car.
Well, they got-
You got the 6-year-old sitting back there with a 13-year-old, and he's in that if I fart phase, it's funny. So he'll sit back there and try to pass gas with the 13-year-old in the back seat, and she's like, "Dad, he's passing gas in the back seat." So yeah, they're trying to get out of the car. They don't even want to sit
tuck
together.
and roll, baby. Tuck and roll.
Fucking, oh my God,
What?
terrible.
They bounce.
I was gonna- you took the words out of my mouth.
What?
No, that actually just bounced. The kids are resilient,
Oh
boy.
my gosh,
They just-
y'all are insane.
Okay.
They bounce.
We're going with the flow of traffic.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're bouncing with the flow of traffic.
You're hilarious. It takes me fucking 30 minutes to go 2 miles to get to my house.
You see that rolling
We
baby?
ain't going anywhere fast. Jesus.
Somebody just threw their kid out. You want one?
Be like, Jesus, take the wheel. Be like, yes, please.
No, I don't want any more.
We can ride the curb all the way down. Like,
Watch them
like
bounce
the
when they
bowling
hit that
ball that
Coke
hits
bottle
the
on the
gutter.
As long as you're not trying to practice drifting, I think you'll be fine.
I'll
Oh my
drift right
God.
into the curb and ride it on through 3 intersections. It'll be great.
There you go.
Hey, so we got
Dustin's like, anyway,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
moving on.
just
The
so
wheels
everybody
don't
knows,
fall on it off.
Ethereal does not approve of throwing your babies out of your car.
This is true.
No,
yeah.
No. They jump with consent.
The fuck?
You threw my. What do they like? They like the fruit snacks. You threw my fruit snacks out the window. Like, yeah, baby, go get them. The
That
dog
sounds
wouldn't.
so
The
much
dog.
worse.
The dog wouldn't think twice.
Oh my God.
What?
Your dog would not even make it to the ground. It would like
So
hit the
floofy.
wind
It's
and
like
just be like,
bubble wrap.
poof. Like it just boom, fly back and hit like a bird in the fucking air or something.
Oh my God. He feels it when it's humid outside. He has a terrible hair day.
Did you see that tiny Wookiee just flew out of fucking nowhere?
He's a distraction. While
Oh my
it's
god!
away.
I'm watching Twister on the TV. It's on cable. It's in the background. No, he's and you say that. All I can think of is the cows.
Yes.
Cows.
It's too little to be a cow.
I know, but
It's
the wind. He would just
Highland
mean,
ones are
It's like you stuck
dwarves.
your dog's ass out the window and a dingleberry flew off, and that little thing just went. Poof.
Oh my god, that dog does not do butt stuff for nothing. He can't do it. He can't. Oh my god, like the sheer terror
So terrible.
that happens when anything gets stuck back there. It is hilarious.
Oh my God. You're a mess.
He's a mess. Oh my god.
Well,
that
he's in the
poor
right
dog.
household. That's for sure.
No,
Somebody
I
takes the
actually-
wheel.
I feel bad for him. That's terrible. Most of the
Oh,
time,
man.
I just point and laugh, but no, I actually feel bad for him. He
I think
just
Jesus gave up on us, Dustin. I think we're just.
Yeah, I need help from some fucking where.
it's a shame that you don't have a project manager that could step in and get this out.
Whoa.
I can't even finish the thoughts.
She's like, I don't half-ass, but I can't get my whole ass through this document right now.
Oh.
Jesus. Fucking A. So anyway, we got all kinds of great fucking books. The goddamn
this is
website
about
has a
art,
search
that's
bar
right.
now. Fucking website's got cool shit. You can actually look it up now.
You can. There's a search
Oh,
field and everything.
God.
It's awesome.
So speaking of that website, very shortly we'll be putting everything that doesn't sell on a live show that we draw or we paint or whatever, and so whatever, what have you, will be available in the section, original art section on the website that'll start probably the end of November.
Very cool.
I'm
You're
very
kidding. It's all going to be sold.
well. That's true, and most of the time it is. But I just, that
Every
we've
now
had a
and then
lot
there's
of.
a rare conflict of something just goes awry and a piece
Yep,
will
yep.
not sell. And so there we
We've
go.
had a lot of requests for original artwork.
A lot of
it's-
requests for dino penis.
that too. Speaking of original artwork, you may want to, if you're thinking about it or on the fence about getting a blank sketch op for Where They Dwell, might want to check into it because they're going fairly quickly. I think April has one left and Bladen has two. So
Oh man,
I definitely
Dun,
would
dun,
jump on that.
dun.
If
those
you're
poor
interested.
babies.
Well, the last ones came out so much fun, like so much fun.
Man, I can draw the blonde with the ball gag all day long.
She said, "I control the blow of the ball gag all day long."
Ah.
That poor baby.
I
So-
know.
Everybody's like, "Who is the blonde with the ball gag?" And I'm
why
all
wouldn't
like, "I'm not telling."
Can I?
Oh.
Can
You what?
I show without like getting you banned on Twitch?
Yeah, we're not on Twitch right now, so you can show whatever you want.
Oh, sweet.
Because you were showing some other
That's-
stuff that I think would have gotten us in trouble earlier. So
Yeah,
Right.
Twitch will find me. So
That's them, and I'll add the ball gag later.
super fun.
And
Cool.
then I've got oh yes.
Something. Too much booty in a pant.
And I think I drew them another moment. Oh, yeah, that one I can't show.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
You're welcome, Dustin.
No, I appreciate you.
Okay.
I
So-
appreciate you more every day.
Yeah. Ugh. Do I have any of them done? Got Celine. Celine's the only one I think that Celine and Eve are the only two that don't currently haven't been claimed.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Eve. What do you got? We saw the Celine earlier.
Eve is costume, I think day 12. Yeah.
Costume Day 12. I think that's gorgeous.
It is, and it'll be marble or what is that?
Alabaster.
Alabaster. No, it's not alabaster. It's abalone.
Abalone.
Abalone
That's right.
shell.
right. You know how
colored
hard it was
pencil.
for me to fucking describe that color to people?
Abalone.
Yeah, like when we didn't know
'cause-
what the fuck it was called.
Yeah. You know that shell that's real shiny.
Yeah, that pretty ass fucking white, like sheet fucking color with like cool little star shapes in it when the light hits it and shit.
What? Well,
Yeah.
no wonder nobody knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, dude, hardly anybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. You know? That's what my
That's when you're
stories
all like,
read so well
"Hey, man,
because that
hey man, that's
all my linguistic skills go into my books. They don't stay out in the fucking real world. You know, you practically have to have a goddamn a
Rosetta Stone.
yeah, like a dialect fucking dictionary for me. You know, do you speak Dustin? Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I got that. Jesus. They've left the wheel.
Just need my PSL and a seat warmer.
Yes. keep your Rudy Tooty all nice and warm.
Oh my.
Oh, man.
That's when
Rudy
Oz is like, I
Tooty,
know what that
that's
is.
Huh. Oh, they discovered that they can cut theirs on too? Ugh.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no.
Does it make your gas mileage go even worse?
No, it doesn't. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm at 85 miles or $85 to fill the tank.
Oh.
And it's like, I don't know. I get pretty good miles a gallon, but I just don't like filling that fucking thing.
No.
I mean, I fill it
who
twice a
would?
week, but
Ugh.
it's, you know, like, but again, I sit for 2 hours a day in my car waiting for my kids to get out of school, you know, so it's like, it's a nice place to sit. I can stretch out and I can work, you know, it's comfortable space, and, you know, so I have no complaints. I have a QX80.
Plenty of complaints.
2024 QX80. But it's nice. It's nice to sit in and do the work. It's nice to sit in, wait for the kids. I can nap in it comfortably, you know.
What gets warmer gets cooler.
That's it. That's it. Again, we only
A good
hold
place
ass
to nap is a valuable thing.
Well, my meds make me super tired. Like I'm out. So if I like, I'll take my stuff at 6:30 in the morning when I go to leave with everybody, and I'll be out by 9 o'clock. And if I'm not out by 9 o'clock because I'm working and stuff, I'll be out when I drop the kids off, or I pick the kids up, because I have to sit and I wait like an hour and 30 minutes for my son to get out. Because if I don't, it's fucking insane sitting in that elementary school line trying to get my kid. Like, I don't blame anybody but that goddamn crossing guard, because she fucking ruins it all. But
I cheat. I just go in the exit, park, and then go shelf some books for 20 minutes.
oh my god.
Pull my kid out early and then leave.
Oh my
You
god.
rebel, you.
Right?
As you're dismissing, I'm like, oh, could we call Clara down?
Oh my god.
Everybody's a winner. And then the
Everybody's
library
a winner.
thinks that I'm a savior, and I'm like, oh, project manager,
She goes-
HR
she
here to
goes-
save the day.
The fuck did she say? This little kid, we're on the phone. This kid walks up and he's like, do you have any Fox books? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Fox books? We don't have any of those. Wait till I stock the books for you to look at them.
Not wrong.
My ass off. Like, I was laughing so hard. I had to like muffle the phone. Like, I was like, she is literally ruining this child's life, telling him she don't give a fuck about his Fox book.
In hindsight, now that I know, it'd be where the K9 books would be. You're welcome.
Now
I
she-
learned something.
Yeah, exactly. We learn something every day.
But I
Right.
also didn't say the word fuck, so you're welcome.
That's fair. She not the word
I
exactly.
kept it together, but I did tell that kid, you're going to have to wait until I'm done.
She did. She's basically like, come back when the book's on the shelf, Junior.
Right? Follow me like a shadow, like a night.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what's night? I'm like, how do you spell it?
Oh
Like,
my God.
"Ah."
Ugh.
Make those kids be independent. They want me to chaperone at an art gallery or at the art museum. I'm like, not in your life. I'll take them to NASA. I'll do all the other things. You want me to go to an art gallery, an art museum, where they're not allowed to touch anything? Fuck off. Are you serious? No. I'll go, I'll buy my ticket, and I'll chaperone my own child who I know I can keep in order. I cannot guarantee it with the other kids. Don't touch that thing that's worth more than your life, please.
Oh,
and
man.
they're like, how much is my life worth? And I'm like,
More than
little,
less than that.
the more that you talk. And they're going to be like, Miss Arena. And I'll be like, I know. I'm going to see myself out.
Oh.
I don't know how to transition from this. Save me.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let you keep rolling. You just keep digging that jar.
This is gonna be great for your lost staff when you need to actually fire me. You're like, just go back to all of this stuff and be like, yes, see how she's a terrible human being? Like, yeah, but technically none of that's illegal. Damn it.
Technically.
Well, that's all you need is a technically. Like,
Life,
Mr.
a lot
Anna.
of
I'm
life
like,
is
it's
technicalities.
not
This is
wrong.
true.
Oh man.
I don't know. Save me from
Jesus.
myself.
So anyway,
How about that,
Lord.
Captain Crunch?
mess. Absolute mess.
I know.
Yes, Mike, most life is technicalities. And when you play around in the ethereal sandbox, Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. When you play around in the ethereal sandbox, there
You get
are
fun prizes.
What?
You get
You
fun
win-
prizes.
You get fun prizes.
Really? Fun prizes? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's Oz kept saying it. You play fun games, you get fun prizes.
He did. He did keep saying that, didn't
Aw.
he?
Yeah, he did. I was like, you go,
Well,
mister.
he was doing the fun, the nice version of that,
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
opposed to the real version.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, we were just doing an impromptu show tonight, so April could get some work done on this cool piece for Bladen. And we were going to talk to you guys just a little bit, which we did, about the new covers and the new book coming out on Friday. So really, really pumped about it. And we hope that you guys will join us Friday evening. I know that April won't be there because she's got a ton of stuff going on.
Right.
We got football games the next 2 Friday nights, and it's the last of them. And they're not good enough to go to the playoffs, so I might be free.
So this was our dose of April for.
This is your dose of April for the week.
Awesome. Okay.
Aw, you'll miss me. I know that that's how that was interpreted.
I always
That's
miss
exactly
you.
how
I do miss you when you're not on the show. So
Absolutely. That's
It's so
how that was interpreted.
I
It's
was
so
happy to be able to hang
streamlined.
out with you for a little bit. So yay.
I always have to have comic relief to go with my show.
Rather than
Anyway.
gas.
Yes. Anyway, thank you all so very much for chilling with us. And we'll see you Friday night. I'm sure we'll talk to you guys before then about all the cool stuff going on. But we appreciate you, and we'll holler at you guys shortly. Have a good evening.
Have a
Good
good one.
night.